Massive news alert. Alexander Isak's transfer saga just took a seismic turn, sending shockwaves through the football world and igniting passionate debate across the fan bases of Liverpool, Newcastle, United, and beyond. For Liverpool fans eager for the freshest, most high-stakes updates in the transfer market, this latest development is one you cannot afford to miss. The potential consequences of this saga stretch far beyond a simple player movement. They carry implications for financial fair play, both club ownership structures, and Liverpool's ambitions under Arne Slot. Let's unravel the complex web of decisions, rumors, and financial maneuvering that is defining one of the most dramatic sagas of the 2025 summer window. It all begins with Darwin Núñez, Liverpool's polarizing Uruguayan striker whose time at Anfield has been marked by flashes of brilliance, raw potential, and frustrating inconsistency. Recent revelations from BBC Sport indicate that intermediaries have opened the door to a possible Núñez exit, with Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal expressing strong interest. The Saudi Pro League, backed by the public investment fund PIF, has continued its aggressive recruitment strategy and sees Núñez as a marquee name. Al Hilal, managed by Simone Inzaghi and flush with resources, is reportedly keen to secure the forward, who may be tempted by a lucrative payday despite having suitors in Europe such as Napoli. Núñez's departure would not only reshape Liverpool's attack, but could also be the financial key to unlocking Isak's arrival. Al Hilal and Newcastle United, it's worth noting, are both under PIF's control, raising significant ethical and strategic questions. Is one PIF-backed club aiding another through indirect transfers? This concern has been voiced loudly by Newcastle fans and media personalities such as Charlotte Robson. Robson, representing a vocal section of the Magpie fanbase, insists that Newcastle's identity and ambition must not be sacrificed to benefit Liverpool. Many supporters demand that Isak be rewarded with an improved contract and the assurance of being central to Newcastle's project, while Newcastle fans stew in frustration. Liverpool's intent is unmistakable. Their £120 million offer for Alexander Isak has reportedly been rejected by Newcastle, who rate the Swedish forward closer to £150 million. But Liverpool, having raised over £120 million through sales of Luis Diaz, Coeman Kelleher, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Jarell Quansah, remain well-positioned to launch an improved bid. This is no small feat, considering they've already spent heavily this summer on stars like Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong. Football finance expert Kieran Maguire has assured that Liverpool's transfer strategy remains sustainable and compliant with Premier League profit and sustainability rules, PSR, particularly with the pure profit sale of academy graduate Tyler Morton to Lyon for €15 million. Maguire also cast doubt on the speculation that PIF is manipulating the market to Liverpool's benefit. He emphasized that Al Hilal had multiple striker options and only pursued Núñez due to his availability. Additionally, Liverpool's financial position after recent sales means they could afford Isak even without Núñez's exit. Nevertheless, the optics remain murky, and the growing narrative of PIF's involvement continues to stoke tensions. As for Isak himself, his stance has only added fuel to the fire. After joining Newcastle in 2022 for £60 million and becoming their top scorer last season, Isak played a crucial role in their Carabao Cup triumph. Yet, in July, reports emerged suggesting the 25-year-old was keen to explore a new challenge. He missed Newcastle's preseason tour to Asia, citing a thigh injury. The whispers quickly circulated that his absence was linked to transfer ambitions rather than medical concerns. Pete Graves of Sky Sports confirmed that while Isak was at the training ground receiving treatment, the timing of his injury and subsequent return to solo training only amplified speculation. Tensions at Newcastle are reportedly rising. Eddie Howe, usually composed, hinted that Isak must earn the right to rejoin full training, a remark many interpreted as a subtle rebuke. Furthermore, Howe admitted he had not spoken to Isak following Liverpool's initial offer. The lack of communication raises questions about dressing room dynamics, especially as the club prepares for the new season. Meanwhile, at Liverpool, preparations to welcome Isak appear well underway. Multiple reports suggest the club is crafting a second improved offer. The Anfield hierarchy is confident they can match Newcastle's valuation, especially if the sales of Núñez and Morton are finalized promptly. The mood in Merseyside is one of cautious optimism, with many insiders believing the move is only a matter of time. Phrases like inevitable and imminent now pepper the language of football. Journalists tracking the story. Newcastle, for their part, seem to be bracing for the loss of their star striker. Club legend Alan Shearer, whose opinion carries massive weight, recently stated that while it would be painful to lose Isak, the club must not cling to an unhappy player. Shearer also emphasized the importance of securing a suitable replacement. This brings us to Benjamin Zacko, the Slovenian sensation currently weighing his own future. If Newcastle can land Zacko, it may well grease the wheels for Isak's transfer to Liverpool, but the situation remains delicately poised. Time is ticking, with the Premier League season just under 2 weeks away. Liverpool are playing a patient game, waiting for signals from Newcastle that negotiations can begin in earnest. The club is confident, the player is interested, and the money is in place. What remains is the final domino, whether Newcastle are ready to let go. The strategic complexities of this saga go far beyond typical transfer wrangling. Multi-club ownership, player valuation, inflation, financial sustainability, and fan sentiment all intertwine in what is becoming a defining moment of the 2025 window. The transfer of Alexander Isak to Liverpool is no longer a whisper. It's a looming crescendo that could reshape the balance of power in English football. All eyes now turn to Anfield and St. James Park, where the next few days may write history in bold letters.